Hello everyone, welcome to Good Morning Tarot. Okay, just before I started the video, a few minutes before, I was looking at the crystal balls, the crystals also, and they related a very interesting story, and the story continued to unfold. Um, what the first thing I saw was an eagle or a falcon, and then I saw, when I looked a little bit closer, this is a clear quartz crystal. The story started with the clear quartz crystal. And there I saw an eagle and a falcon, or a falcon. And then when I looked further, I saw here a person with a walking stick. He or she looks like a hermit. Okay. Now, now as I look closer even more, behind this person with the walking stick or this hermit is around celestial body. I don't know if it is the moon or the sun. Now, this image somehow suggests a person. The eagle or bird of prey can suggest somebody who is traveling from the exterior world to the inner world. Later on, I saw them also in an interesting rock promontory. Okay, but this person is walking somewhere in the wilderness. I he has a staff, and I don't know if this is a lamp. That a staff and a lamp, very much like the card of the hermit. Okay, so it's somebody in a contemplative mood, walking and carrying a traveling stick. I'm not sure if he's holding a lamp or something, okay? But he's holding something like a lamp. So it really shows the picture of the hermit. And and then when I looked a little further with this one, it's as if the person with the rose quartz, the person seems to be walking in a lighted path. Maybe, yeah, it could symbolize the lamp that he's holding and it's bringing light to the path. The path he was walking to is quite wide and flat, a little bit flat. No? But I was wondering why it is wide. First I said, aren't we supposed to choose a narrow path? But it's a wide path. So it seems like it's like the path to contemplation seems at this moment wide. It's easy for us to spend more time in silence and contemplation. It seems like an easy path right now. Now looking here, every once in a while, it seems like every once in a while, this person who's walking the path will encounter some trees. The tree of life, sort of like something that will give him nourishment, or maybe along the journey, things that will make him, yeah, feel the coolness of the trees. Now there will be some elevated path according to the labradorite crystal. Uh, there will be some trees and some elevated path that this person will encounter, but the elevation is not too significant. It's not a hard path to go to. Here also it shows that with this red red this red crystal ball, I forgot it's celeste red something. Okay, it's this in this crystal ball. Oh yeah, my memory is not yet uh, my memory is still not yet. What I see here is there will be several trees, like sort of like a little forest, but not significant. No, very much like a continuation of this labradorite. No, uh, and 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 in this uh, crystal ball, what the story goes on. There will be areas also where there are trees, but there will be also areas where there will be some mists along the way. So certain areas that will be a little bit mysterious. Okay, so there will be also some areas wherein things will not be very, very clear. Now, this black obsidian shows that the path will be relatively flat, not too elevated, but also this one shows that the path will be slightly, there will be some paths that will be slightly elevated, and somehow the story goes through these paths. No? There will be some interesting promontories that you will encounter, and for some of them you will be tempted to climb them. Somehow the stories are consistent. At this later part of the crystals, they say that somehow there will be some interesting promontory, and you will find the eagles or the eagle in that promontory, and it will attract your attention, and somehow you will be drawn to climb it a little. Okay, it's not too high, a promontory, so just be careful. If you are literally doing this, going for a walk and encounter what is being described by the crystals right now, there must be a special message for you here. Now, for us, in a general sense, it's like somehow an invitation for us to be on a contemplative mode, to be close to nature. The path is lighted. It's like a very, very nice time for us to spend time alone, spend time in prayer, spend time to listen to our intuition, to our inner self. This is what I can see with the crystals. So let us now try to see what is the main energy with the tarot cards. Okay. Now for the main energy, we have somebody who's just undergone some challenges in life. Well, so for some of them, they were hurt, okay, wounded, a little bit wounded, but they seem to be wiser right now and more, have good boundaries. They don't take things with hook, line, and sinker. They are wiser this time, you know. They're not the type that is gullible, okay. So somehow you, maybe right now you have attained a certain kind of maturity after your life's experiences, and it has made you wiser, more discerning, and a little bit with good boundaries, no? So you discern things. When things happen, you don't hesitate to say why, okay, and is there something else behind it? So it's good, you know? So this is what we have here right now. Somebody who is grounded also in reality. Now, I don't know why I am drawn to the staff. There's something that you are holding on that is making you feel secure. Okay. There is some sort of like a security blanket or something that makes you feel secure right now. I don't know how it resonates with you. It's just that right now, it's like you have a crutch right now. You need to be aware of that. It's not very clear what kind of crutch, but you have a crutch right now that you are holding on. I don't know if it's physically helping you to walk at this time, or it's a psychological crutch that you're using right now to make you face the day with confidence. With something related to the injury that you might have encountered, and you're a little bit more careful this time. Okay, so it can be in the literal sense, or it can be in a symbolic sense. But right now you're a little bit more careful, a little bit more protective of yourself, and you are in the process of recovering from the situation. It can be literally recovering from an injury, or it can be in a symbolic way. I think something about being close to nature is related to that. It could be that the person with the staff could also be like this person with that staff. The staff is not just in a contemplative sense that they have that staff, but because they needed, in the physical sense, for some of you, physically you are holding on to a staff or something that will assist you into walking because of a previous injury. Okay, so this is a little bit specific. For some of you, you are holding right now a staff because you needed it to aid you in walking, related to maybe a certain, maybe an ailment or an injury that you recently had. Okay, so yeah, somehow the crystals were also showing a person with a staff. Okay, interesting. You see, the path seems to be, I guess maybe because of the injury, you are choosing a smoother path, no? And right now, you see here, you are in the process of deciding on something. So you are in the process on deciding on something, but the good thing about it is that you are grounded in reality as you make the decision, and your inner life is very still at this moment. Now again, we see here the moon, which symbolizes mystery, which can be symbolized also here with this crystal, the the mists in the path. Okay, so the blindfold also symbolizes a certain mystery in your decision making. So I think you will need not only your logical mind to make the decision, but also you will have to listen to the guidance of the spirit through your intuition. Now, I think you are weighing it very carefully because it is something that are both quite equal. That you will benefit in them. The choice is harder because they have both their good and bad sides. They are relatively equal, and so it is harder to make the decision. But at least you are grounded in reality, and things seems to be very still right now. Now I am drawn to the number 2. The number 2 is a number of duality and often signifies a time of choice or balance. So yeah, time of balancing things. So yeah, that is what I can see right now. Now, whatever your experience is, the universe seems to be advising you to, yes, find at this moment in time the strength that comes from within is what you need. And things seems to be going well. I see here a sunny day. After whatever trial you have encountered, the phrase sunny day is here. Okay, things are going well, and somehow whatever this experience is, it has given you inner strength. I feel the universe has given you the gift of inner strength. The spirit, which is symbolized by this eternity sign, has allowed you also to flourish and have that inner strength. I think it's a gift after you've undergone whatever this trial is. You are still a little bit injured, so you need to, yeah, you need to nurture yourself a little bit more. Now be careful. Here it says here, you might try to scramble up. I don't know why. Somebody is scrambling up. It might not be you, but it's like, what makes me feel is you might overstrain yourself. Okay, so be careful. Do not overstrain yourself. Allow yourself to heal first. So yeah, something about scrambling or overstraining oneself. Be careful. Don't overstrain yourself. Okay. So this is what we can read here right now. Whatever this trial is, you are healing now, and you are gaining inner strength from it, and you are starting to flourish again. There is a certain decision that you need to make. Okay, so this is what we can see for you, right? For everyone right now. This is for all signs. It's a general reading, so take it as it resonates with you. And there's a reason why you found yourself here. And if everything resonates with you, there is a certain message that is hidden there that you will know. Okay, there is that special message for you right now. Well, let us now go to the second part, which is the self-care tip. Okay, for our self-care tip, it's quite interesting. Now we have here, it says here, find the love you seek by first finding the love within yourself. Start by loving yourself. Very interesting. And it says here, learn to rest in that place within you that is your true home. Yes. Somehow I feel right now tingling sensation with me. It can be a tingling sensation to some of you who are watching this video right now. Because somehow this message resonates with you. We start by loving ourselves, it's true. First, we fill our cup by self-love and knowing that you are loved by the divine. And when your cup is overflowing, that's the best time to reach out for people. Sometimes you don't even have to reach out to them. People will be drawn to you when you are a cup that is overflowing. The beauty when you start with self-love is that you do not need other people to fill up your cup, because your cup is already overflowing. You know that you are loved and you love yourself, so you don't need other people to fill up your cup. When you go that way, when you enter a relationship that way, there is a higher chance that the relationship will end up with two people, two mature people sharing love together. The danger of, you know, entering an unbalanced relationship, or a relationship that is a low energy one, is lesser, because you are entering it with a cup that is overflowing. Now let's continue. It's very interesting because somehow I think it is related to our tarot reading earlier. No, something about making a decision. Okay. Earlier also I couldn't get my mind off to the type of crystal that we saw, the red crystal, which is a new crystal for me. It's a red citrine crystal. Okay. And somehow the red citrine crystal showed some mists along the way. And it's related to the tarot reading, wherein you have to make a decision, and it's hard to make a decision because all the details are not really very clear. Now somehow here in the self-care tip, it says here, reach out to a friend for advice. Okay, so if you have really difficulty right now making a decision, talk with somebody, especially somebody who is close to you, somebody who cares about you, and somebody who somehow feels also what you feel. So reach out to a friend for advice. Keep your heart and mind open to what they have to say. Okay, so be receptive. If really the decision, you couldn't make a decision, the beautiful thing is that you are grounded in reality, and somehow your inner life is stable right now. So don't hesitate to also reach out to a friend and just be open to what they will say. Maybe they can help you find the answer and maybe help you make a good decision. So whatever it is you are trying to decide right now. So reach out to a friend for advice. Keep your heart and mind open to what they have to say. Now I am trying to open the handbook that accompanies it, and let us now try to read from the internal self-care. For the internal self-care, which is related to your mind, your heart, and your body, the message is, wait, okay, I'm putting on my glasses. Okay, how often do you open yourselves to others when you feel down or are facing a challenge? Do you tend to seek home and comfort outside of yourself, or to find solace within the privacy of your own mind and heart? Okay, it's like this person in contemplation that we saw in the crystals. Regardless of your normal tendencies today is about channeling the inspiration and creativity that abounds when we share our inner world and process with others. Choose a trusted friend or loved one to share part of your inner life with. What's been on your mind lately? What you are working through, or questions you have about yourself or the world. If you do not feel there is someone safe to share with, start by writing these things down in a letter or list. Either way, notice how you feel after you release parts of your inner experience into the world. So somehow the advice was to release what is your inner experience into the world. So if you feel that they are too personal and you cannot share it with other people, then write it down in a journal. Okay, so yeah, there are different ways of making a journal now. You can make an audio journal also, or a visual journal. It depends on which you prefer. Okay, so writing it down or sharing it with somebody very close to you might allow you to get uh, an answer to some of your questions. Now, with the external self-care, which is related to relationships, to community, to creativity, and to work, learning how to find comfort and safety while sharing your experience with others is both an internal and an external journey. Today, try taking on the role of the other. What advice would you give yourself if you were looking at your situation from the outside? How might you see your situation with more compassion and less judgment? So another way of doing it is trying to pretend that you are the one who is giving yourself an advice. Well, quite interesting. Uh, Somehow it's something about learning to open up to, because yeah, earlier we saw the Nine of Wands, which is a person who is a little bit guarded, after a certain experience, or yeah, so you are a little bit guarded, a little bit more careful. So it's normal to hesitate to share it with others. And if it is really very personal, there's always that option of writing it down. The important thing is that you are able to bring into the exterior world something that is with you interiorly, so that you'll be able to somehow look at it a little bit more objectively. Well, take it as how it resonates with you. Well, that's it for today. I hope that you have found this video helpful to you in this present state of your life's journey. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again next time. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.